Rush, go, go, go. Here we go. 7 o'clock, Monday night. Come in. Waiting to see if everybody shows up. 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time every Monday night. In the background here, I have a 1967 Ford F-100 because we are getting rid of these new cars with all this tracking devices and facial recognition. I don't know if you guys know this or not before we get into it, but Ford has actually put out patents so they can read your face while you drive your vehicle, so they can tell like what kind of mood you're in. And they also have technology to read your lips. This is amazing. So we're getting rid of the newer vehicles that we have, and I picked up this little Ford F-100 camper special, and I've been liking it so far. Okay. Tonight, we're in a little secure location here, but I'm going to share with you guys some stuff. I don't think you guys know about this. And if you do, leave it in the comments. This is amazing, you guys. Plus, we're going to talk about the blockade going on in Iran real quick. And then Stacy's going to take the floor, talk to you guys about some health and nutrition stuff and our latest drop at the Missouri Tea Company. Okay? Always with the good information. All right, hold on one second. All right. Sorry about that. That was my longtime friend calling. How many people, leave a comment below, how many people in here have friends from elementary school that you still do hang out with and deal with? Leave that in the comments. And then we're gonna get right into it. I like to get right into it because I know you guys are distracted like crazy with this Trump stuff. Did you guys see the picture that he posted of him acting like Jesus, touching people and stuff with the glow and everything, right? He had to delete the picture. You guys have to remember, Doug has already told you that the little hats, over there, they gave him the silver menorah. All right. They're calling him the Mashiach. This is why it makes a big deal. And this is why when he came out and said, oh, I just thought it was a Red Cross thing. This is why that's nonsense. Okay. They gave him the silver menorah. He's got Messiah mentality. And then his fake evangelical money grabbing TV evangelist lady that, what's her name? Hold on. His spiritual leader. Hold on. I'll get her name for you. Drop it in the comments if you know it before I find it. I was watching some of her videos on YouTube and on the TV. She's got a little special on Sundays. Spiritual leader. What's her name? Paula something, isn't it? Come on. Paula White Kane. All right. Paula White Kane compared him to Jesus just the other day, how he was, lied at and almost killed and all this stuff. It was crazy. Okay. I don't care if he made the post. He posted that picture and then he deleted it. All right. But I'm trying to let you understand that his excuse for it, thinking that he was in the Red Cross and he was healing people like a doctor, is nonsense. Okay. Messiah mentality. All right. I'm just trying to tell you guys. Read between the lines, follow the bouncing ball. All right. It's amazing. Don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. Okay. I don't make the news. I just report it. All right. So let's get into this thing right off the bat. Yeah. They've been calling him since his first term. That's right. And so it's definitely affecting him. Okay. And he's got this all for Israel stance. Okay. Moving the goalpost. And then Israel, first they start off at Gaza. Then they start bombing Iran, and now they're on to Lebanon. You guys have to see this for what it is. They put the plans out there. It's called the Greater Israel. You have to see this for what it is. All right, but now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this island. It's the most secure location in North America. And somebody sent this to me, and then I had to do my homework on it because as much as I've traveled, I've never heard of this place. And when I drop this on you guys, I think you might drop your jaw a little bit on this, all right? It's called Morgan Island, known as Monkey Island. It's a 4,000-acre sea island near Beaufort, South Carolina, that houses over 3,000, let that sink in for a second, 3,000 free-ranging rhesus macaques. I can't say it, okay? Macaques. The island is strictly off limits to the public, and it's owned by the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources and used as a government contracted research place. Visitors can only view the monkeys by boat. Have you guys ever heard of this? Leave it in the comments if you ever heard of this. Key details about Morgan Island, South Carolina. In 1979, the U.S. government moved 1,400 monkeys to the Caribbean Primate Research the Caribbean Primate Research Center to Morgan Island to create a breeding colony for medical research after they were found to be spreading herpes. I told you guys were going to love this. The island is owned by the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources and managed alongside Charles River Laboratories, which operates the facility for the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease. Hold on, let me switch back over so I can read your comments. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Are you checking that out? Man, oh man, don't worry about if he deleted it. Of course he deleted it because people were losing their cookies all about it, okay? But I'm just trying to tell you guys, they got him all souped up like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and that's why we're in this predicament we're in, okay? Ownership and management, public access. Trespassing is illegal. The island is under surveillance with strict federal restricted access. Boat tours and private boaters can view the monkeys on the coastline, particularly at low tide. The population is estimated between 3,000 and 4,000 of these monkeys that are infected and used as science experiments. The monkeys are often seen on the beach and are in the trees, and they are fed and monitored by caretakers. The island is a secure breeding site meant to prevent the spread of disease, according to herpes B, which the animals from the animals to the general public. It's not a tourist attraction, but working research site. Oh, if COVID didn't teach you anything about this stuff, I just don't know what to tell you. Okay, it's amazing. I can't even believe this. So basically, there's an island off the coast of South Carolina that houses and breeds monkeys, gets them infected with stuff, and then they watch them and see how they work. I found that very interesting, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Are you guys leaving it in the comment? Are you talking about his spiritual advisor, Paula? I watched some of her on the regular TV, and it was amazing. Okay, it's amazing. All these evangelical types that just get your money like that. She had some dude in the background playing a $100,000 piano while she looks you dead in the camera and asks you to send her money. Amazing. How did we get this way with this religious stuff? Like, why do we have to send them money? It's amazing. And then if you ever audit their books, they're not doing none of the stuff like they're supposed to be doing, like feeding the hungry and, doing the things they're supposed to do. We went to a church too for a while, and we knew that they did like over $1 million in donations, and they spent like 1% on actually feeding the homeless and stuff like that. It was crazy. They gobble everything up with administrative stuff and their big fancy houses. How did we get that way, y'all? Please tell me. The copper mugs will be in this week, y'all. We're just waiting for them to show up. And if you ordered the other stuff, the filters and the filter system and all that stuff, it'll be here on Wednesday, and then we'll get it right out the door to you guys. All right, so I found that very interesting. Okay, very interesting. This island off the coast of South Carolina. Stacy doesn't even know about it. Did you know about the Monkey Island?
You were talking about it.
It's crazy, but we gotta do something about this setup here because they can't see you.
Well, I move over.
There you are.
Well, kind of.
There we are. There she is.
Move back over that way.
What do you mean?
Just you move over to the edge.
I'm on the edge. Okay. Just running a little double-seater here. Okay. Crazy. You know how mega churches are not.
Did you guys see me crawling through there?
What?
They saw me crawling through. How did you see me crawling?
Because
I didn't want to get in the screen. I crawled.
Crazy, y'all. Joel Osteen, if you guys remember during the hurricane, he wouldn't even open up his church and house people in there while they were displaced and all smacked around by the hurricane down there in Texas. I don't know, man. It's just like that kind of stuff just rubs me the super wrong way. So I found that picture of Trump very interesting. I found Monkey Island to be very, very interesting, especially when they say like all these, all the stuff came. Well, first of all, it came from Fort Detrick, okay? and then they try to blame it on China. So just understand, man, the narratives out there that they try to feed us all the time are fake and phony. Now, you guys understand that, we went over there to do some negotiations, but that was all a farce, because basically what the military was doing was bringing over supplies like crazy during this little fake ceasefire, rearming the troops, getting them some food, getting them some things that they need, right? So they can work on they said they even brought fruit to the carriers, so these guys could have fruit on the carriers so they don't get the scurvy and yada, yada, yada. Okay, so that was all a farce. That's why they sent J.D. Vance, because he's not known to be the world's greatest negotiator. Donald J. Trump is, right? Right. You bloody well, right. All right, don't worry. Stacy's going to talk to you guys about what's up here in a second. And we'll just, I'll let her.
We're just going to talk. Now you're going to have to let me do this.
Yeah. I just want to talk about this blockade. Now, if you guys don't know this or not, during World War II, okay, we didn't get involved. We wouldn't get involved. I told you guys this before. If you look back at history, they actually had a thing, they sold war bonds, okay? And we weren't really into getting into these foreign wars unless we're dragged into them. So what happened was Japan was kind of rearing up its little head over there in the Asia Minors and stuff. And America set it out to be like, they were going to give them the business, all right? So the United States actually imposed several economic blockades on Japan in 1941. Primarily, this is the stuff they don't teach you, by the way, in history. Primarily through an oil embargo and freezing assets, which cut off 90% of Japan's oil supply, most foreign trade. This was not a naval blockade initially, okay, but rather an economic warfare designed to halt Japanese aggression in the Southeast Asia. Well, then what happened? The oil embargo in August of 1941 followed Japan's occupation of key airfields in Indochina. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, if you've done your homework on him, froze all Japanese assets in the U.S. on July 26, 1941, and effectively stopped all oil exports on August 1st, 1941. Now, what I want to do too is reiterate that I told you guys, like, this is like a proxy war that they're using Ukraine to take down Russia stuff. That's what we're doing again. We're using Iran as a proxy war so we can hurt and cripple the Chinese. Okay. I told you guys before, my son's in the military and he's not worried about any of this Iran stuff because he knows what his people are doing and what they're gearing up for is the China stuff. Okay. So now you hear a lot of stuff about China and, I'm just telling you guys, just make sure you keep your head on a swivel and stay vigilant, stay up on your preps. You could see some problems at the store like we did during COVID. Well, you don't want to get caught flat-footed.
Blackouts and stuff. They're having
rolling blackouts.
Here, it's just they're saying like electric companies doing something to the power grid, and there's not going to be electricity for a day or two. That's happening this month. Here.
It's already going on. So you just
have to be, because they want to see how people can react to not having the power on. So that's why I'm saying they're kind of gearing up. So just make sure that you have water and food, and have ways that you can not have to
make sure you have your favorite tea from the Missouri Tea Company. Later in the war, specifically by 1945, the U.S. Navy and Air Force effectively established a physical Navy blockade of Japan, utilizing submarines and mines to cut off the supply lines to the mainland. Another thing I want to bring to your attention, okay, really quick, is it's amazing, like the gaslighting that's going on. So we're all out here paying way too much for gas right now because they say Iran's the problem. Okay, listen to that. Iran's the big problem. They can't get through the Strait of Hormuz. All of our gas is being jacked up. And I explained to you guys that I already have the knowledge that they got to keep the barrels above 100, which today it hit 109. They got to keep the barrels above 100 so the oil company tycoons make the money. Okay, so this is all just a big manipulation. So apparently there's a big thing at the Strait, right? And no oil is getting out. But now that Trump's blockading it, all the oil tankers are coming to America and getting our cheap American gas. I saw so many influencers posting that today on X. It's like Operation Mockingbird. So they're going to come here and get our oil for cheap from America while we're all paying way too much for gas, way too much for diesel, way too much for our groceries, and everything's saying that they have to raise the prices, even the Postal Department raising shipping 8%, okay? All because of this big fight in Iran, all right? Make that make sense, please. Make that make sense. Our cell services were turned off from 4 p.m. Saturday, 4/11, until sometime in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night. Everyone in Little AZ town, no matter their service. Amazing.
No, they're just testing the waters.
Doug, are we dreaming? My, how things are different world since 1970. I know we better learn heavily. Y'all, this is another thing. Like, I want to just explain, not explain, but I just want you guys to know that you should be. Because if you don't grow food and know how to collect water and just basically, back in the day, World War II, World War I, we were an agrarian society around here. We grew our own food, y'all. The grocery stores are less than 100, right at about 100 years old. Before that, everyone was responsible for supplying food for themselves. And then they put this big trick bag on us and got this global economy started. And now look at it. Every time somebody has a hiccup somewhere, everyone suffers and we get pinched and fleeced from our money. Okay. So I just wanted you guys to realize this Monkey Island thing. I found that very interesting. And the blockade that we're seeing right now is an exact repeat of World War II. And I did videos about this. I've been trying to rattle the sound the alarm for a couple of years. The last war is Christian Jews and Muslims, and they're trying to make this into a religious war, y'all. Okay, even with the Charlie Kirk stuff, all of a sudden the young kids are getting baptized and going back to church. You guys have to see this for what it is. They're repatronizing the young people. While nobody was paying attention, they snuck that the draft is now in, and they're going to automatically sign your children up automatically just through their social security number. And go look up social security numbers. When they first rolled those out, they said this will never be used to track Americans. This will never be used to track Americans. And now you can't do anything without a social security card. They want it for your license. They want it for every little thing you do. And now they're actually drafting your 18-year-old kids automatically instead of this volunteer program that we've had. And they're going to draft them right in there, and they're going to send them, where, to die for who, for what. Okay? Holy crap. And daughters too. That's exactly right. Amazing. So you guys rip it loose in the comments. Doug, do you not think that the Mesquite Brotherhood and Sharia law are not a problem here? Well, sure. Why any of that stuff, any of that religious stuff is a problem everywhere. Okay? Big time. Don't forget about the Crusades. Christians don't have no clean spanky hands. All right? All these religious wars, man, this is what this stuff is all about. Okay? We're supposed to be all grown up now and all with the new futuristic mindset. We can't be caught up in these fake Christian, religious wars. All right. And we already have laws on the books in America. You can't set up no Sharia law in America. That's against the Constitution. You can't have a country inside of a country. All right. Man, oh man, y'all, this is wild. Okay. I'm just saying. Yeah, the war's against actually us as the people. And they're just using all this other stuff as the noise to usher it in.
Yes, not all conspiracies are theories.
No, they're all facts now. Right. Holy smokes, everything you ever learned in your whole life. I was just talking to Farm Alarm today. I called him up, and we just were talking about a lot of stuff. And y'all, the Bushes were there to destabilize the Middle East. That's why they had the weapons of mass destruction lie. All these people are, they're trying to roll in the central digital currency banking stuff. And the first time we bombed Iran on this fake nuclear stuff, I told you guys that we were rolling in. That was the start of it. And here we are now, right? And here we are now, smack dab right in the middle of it. And all of us are just kind of wondering what's next.
Our video blurry. It's kind of bright. The sun's coming in.
It's not blurry. All right. I love the comments. Everyone is talking to no one. Hello from Oklahoma, everyone. We pray and hope everything is doing well. So much to chat about. There is, man, especially if you're actually paying attention. We don't drink the fluoride water. We don't eat the processed food.
So that is the number one thing for a lot of everything going on. You even talk about the chemtrails, the poisons, the toxins, and everything. The cleaner you can keep your body, the better. You want to keep your frequency up of your body. So eating real foods, stuff that you grow are locally grown from farmers around, farmers market, community supported agriculture. Look it up online, ask around. If you're not growing it yourself, that's very, very, very important. And also drinking clean water. Do not drink the city water because it's totally dumbing everyone down.
And just understand, they know it. Okay. Yes. They are putting poison food in front of you for a reason. They have studies to show when you cut out ultra processed food from your diet, your kids don't have to be on Ritalin. They don't have all this anxiousness in their bodies. You guys, they know this stuff and they're doing it. What was that operation? What was it?
Artichoke.
Artichoke.
Was it an artichoke?
No.
Yeah, wasn't it artichoke? Operation Artichoke?
No, that don't sound right. Hold on, let me look it up.
I think it was.
You guys, Stacy sent me this the other day. Would you send it to Off Grid or? Probably. I'll look here. It wasn't artichoke.
It was something.
Orion.
Like, no, it wasn't. It was, I think, an artichoke.
It's a great topic for the live show. Little Stacy trying to work it too, boy. Do. You guys, I don't even know that. Like some of these things, like we try to tell you.
This is really,
Oasis.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's what they
Project. Right.
I was right. Artichoke.
Yeah. Project Artichoke was a program secretly led by the CIA designed to find out how humans can be manipulated and controlled. Even though it's been over a half century since the program shut down, don't believe it. Remnants of the project trickling its way through the modern food, medicine, and even media. Okay. Look up Project Artichoke. I'm going to look it up right now while I got you guys here.
And so the thing is, you know, all this stuff happened right after World War II. Yep. They brought all the German scientists here, and then that guy that
because you guys thought they got him in trouble and killed him and stuff, that they were held accountable. Nope.
He was in charge of MK Ultra and everying. This guy that
MK Ultra, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, CIA.gov. The project received guidance from the least mid 1951 to 53 with the Bluebird Artichoke Committee, which at various times was represented by the office. Oh, it's a PDF. I don't want to download it. Let's look it up on the wiki.
There it is, MK Ultra.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to read you guys about Project Artichoke. It was a project developed, good job, Stacy, enhanced by the United States Central Intelligence Agency for the purpose of researching methods of interrogation. Project Artichoke was succeeded by Project MK Ultra, which began in 1953. Amazing. Literally known as Project Blue, initially known as Project Bluebird. Project Art, you know, Bluebird. That's why Twitter was a Bluebird. Amazing, you guys. You guys got to be able to connect these dots. Project Artichoke officially arose on August 20th, 1951, and was operated by the CIA Office of Scientific Intelligence. The primary goal of the Project Artichoke was to determine whether a person could be involuntarily made to perform an act of attempted assassination. Q. Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh, and so many others.
Stop it. Yeah. The project was studied the effects of mind control and hypnosis, forced addiction to and subsequent withdrawal from morphine and other chemicals, including LSD, to produce amnesia and other variable
They
states
even
of
were putting the LSD in people, like a whole town. They said it was from the hamburger or something. And all these people were seeing hallucinations and all this kind of stuff. It's, you know.
Amazing. Project Artichoke was a mind control program, gathered information together with the intelligence division of the Army, Navy, Air Force, and FBI, because, you know, we're all just cockroaches. We're just the lab rats of our own government. In addition, the scopes of the project were outlined in a memo dated 1952 that asked, can we get control of an individual to the point where he will do our bidding against his will, even against fundamental laws of nature, such as self-preservation? Project Artichoke was Central Intelligence Agency's secret code name for carrying out in-house and overseas experiments using LSD, hypnosis, and total isolation, and forms of psychological harassment for special interrogations of human subjects. This is amazing. At first, agents used cocaine, marijuana, heroin, peyote, and mescaline, but they increasingly saw LSD as the most promising drug. I don't know if you guys ever actually looked into Charlie Manson, but there's some very interesting backstory with him and all this kind of a stuff. Very interesting backstory and all this kind of a stuff. This MK Ultra kind of a stuff. The subjects who left the project were fogged with amnesia, resulting in faulty and vague memories of the experience. In 1952, unknowing CIA agents were secretly drugged to determine the drug's effects on unsuspecting people. One record states that the agent was kept on LSD for 77 days. Amazing. Artichoke researched the potential of dengue fever and other diseases. The declassified artichoke memo read, "Not all viruses have to be lethal. The object includes those that act in short-term and long-term incapacitating agents." The CIA disputed the department would take over the operation. Finally, it was decided that the agents from the CIA research staff, former U.S. Army Brigadier General Paul F. Gaynor, would oversee it. The CIA sought to establish control over what is perceived as the weaker and less intelligent segments of society. Well, that's you and me, don't you know? Amazing. Blah, blah, blah. It goes on to say all this kind of a stuff. So look up Project Artichoke, Project Mockingbird, Project Paperclip, and on we can go with these projects. And we also know in St. Louis, they sprayed in the like downtown area by the projects, this fog, like they said they were spraying for mosquitoes, and they actually gave everyone cancer and, messed up their whole immune systems and their body functions. It's amazing. Amazing.
Is this your new word, amazing?
I find it amazing. Holy guacamole. I mean, y'all, this is what we're up against.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's kind of crazy, but the thing is this has been going on a long time, and they just keep building and building. Now, literally, they're throwing in our face, and they think nothing's going on.
They throw it all up in your face, y'all. Yeah. They come out and tell you the truth all of the time.
So that's why.
What did Trump say the other day? Trump literally put out a tweet, and he said, "This is the most powerful reset in history." He said that. The most powerful reset in history. And I told you guys, like all the stuff that I looked at, they always need a world war, a big skirmish to, create order out of chaos. But it's also to usher in their new systems.
And we have to keep our frequencies up, right?
Keep those frequencies up.
Clean water, clean food. Take care of yourself. Get out, get movement. Keep your body moving. Be happy. Turn the music on, dance, enjoy the simple things in life.
That's
Get
awesome.
Out in nature.
That's awesome, Carl. I was just, before we started the show here, I got a call from my buddy that I grew up with in grade school, Jim Pettycall. And, I just thought I would ask everybody, that's a Ford F-100 camper custom. We're getting rid of these new trucks, y'all. We don't want to be surveyed in case you missed it. Ford, that's a 67. Ford actually has patents out. You can look this stuff up. Don't believe nothing that I say. But Ford has patents out now to read your lips while you're driving in your car and to watch your facial expressions. This is the kind of stuff that's coming up on these new cars, y'all. And they are going to be reading your facial expressions. Kill switches come in all cars next year. Yeah, General Motors has had it for a while with their OnStar thing. But they never really, they were just perfecting it. And now Ford with these patents. I don't want to even have a new car. We only have one.
What did you do?
Is that where the monkeys were from that got turned loose in St. Louis? Is that the fake island that Jane Goodall was at? It could be, y'all. Everything is fake. To be honest with you, like you can't even hardly believe anything anymore. All right, I'm loosening my bra straps. Crazy. Okay. So y'all come to the Homesteading Live Conference. I wasn't going to really drop this in on you guys, but a lot, we still have tickets available, and a lot of you guys, treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
Some of the things?
Yeah, Stacy has our schedule ready. She's going to go over some of the talks. It's the Homesteading Live Conference. You can get your tickets now. Come to Vandalia, Missouri. See Stacy and myself. You can check out the new Missouri Tea Company. We should be done with it by then. I'll leave a link for you guys to get tickets right now. And we hope to see you there. It's, it's $80 whole that you have to invest into your future and your skill set. And then all you got to do is find a place to crash and you're in business. It's homesteadingliveconference.com. Here is the link right here so you can go right to it. Boom. And then also they're adding, 5% more ethanol in the gas. And that's only going to wreck your motor. Okay. Wreck your motor. I heard them talking about that a couple months ago on the Ag channel. We listen to Ag radio in the morning, country radio, because we're out in the boonies. and they were talking about trying to help subsidize these farmers and having the 15% ethanol year round, because I guess they squeak it in the wintertime or something. And then boom, here we are now. I even saw stickers on gas pumps saying 15% ethanol. Okay. So you guys got to learn how to fend for yourself, brush up on your skills. Even if you know how this stuff is and you're already doing it, you might want to come into, the conference just to maybe, you'd be amazed. Sometimes you just come around people that are like-minded, and then you can just catch one little nugget and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I never thought about that.
Well, there's going to be a lot of nuggets because
dropping like bombs.
I have like lots of things going on at the same time. So I'm just going to read a few things with you too, like what's going on. So every day, Friday and Saturday, there's an herb walk with Doc Jones. So you just go around the property looking at all the herbs, and he talks about them all and what they do.
That way you can learn how to feed yourself right on your own property or right in your own neighborhood.
And then as well as we have vertical canine demonstration with the Malinois, both protection and obedience. And
that's going to be cool. He puts on the mushroom suit and everything, the Michelin Man suit, and we have the dog attack the person. So if you want to be a volunteer, let us know. We'll put that suit on you and get you out there like the Michelin Man and have the dog jump you.
So then we have another one on crushed grains, God's designed nutrition with Chris. I got herbal wound management with Doc Jones that I'm doing. Learn how to ferment, lots of things, and remember how to do it when you get home. I'm going to do fermenting, raising rabbits, and also a butchering of the rabbits as well with Jeremy. Nature's Secret for soil and plants with Carson. And then we also have lots of stuff with the kids. So Jackie Manna, who's a children's entertainer, she's doing lots of really cool things with them throughout the day. Then with Tom Cowan, Dr. Tom Cowan, he's doing an incredible talk called The Day the Science Died. That's his first talk, which should be incredible.
This is the guy, Dr. Tom Cowan, in case you guys don't know. He wrote the book, The Contagion Myth. You should read that book. Viruses and contagions and all this stuff is everything you think you know is a lie, okay? I could sneeze all over Stacy right now. It would not cause her to get sick. They actually locked these prisoners up with people that had the Spanish flu, and then they sucked all the fluid out of their nose and their mouth, and they shot it into these prisoners, and they didn't get sick, okay? But they tell you this stuff to scare you. Everything is about a fake boogeyman. Go ahead.
All right, moving on. Then we also have natural respiratory relief with auricular therapy with Dr. Jed. Companion planting, carrots love tomatoes with Patty Ward from So Right Seeds.
Yep.
As Simple as Sourdough with Tia Murphy. The ripple effect, the mental becomes emotional, becomes the physical, which is so true with Tim and Sandy. Then I have Making a Living with the Honeybees with Dr. Leo.
Yep.
EMF mitigation with Tia. And then I have herbal medicine for healing restorative sleep with Jenny Lee Rose.
Of course, I heard about the Irish. They're over there fighting for their lives as they flood their country, and their daughters are being, you know what? Okay, this is all by design, y'all. And even the little hats even brag on that kind of stuff. It's crazy if you actually do your homework. Yeah, Paula White, she's disgusting.
And then more of the classes are going to be detox, transform your life with simple cleansing rituals with Tim and Sandy. Do you have a survival mindset with Doug and Stacy? Making herbal medicine, you can do it. So that's just live. We're making lots of herbal medicine. That's with Lucy Ann Walker. And then Clyde is going to be doing time phase garden strategies, when to compost, when to plant, grow, fertilize, harvest, and preserve. So that's another good one. Herbal nutrition, let food be that medicine. How to be vigilant in today's world with Jesse Murphy. Basics of canning with Dale Davis, and how to make herbal and flower sodas with me. And then that's just on one day.
What's your favorite herbal or flower soda?
Oh, I don't know. There's so many.
Just give me like one of your favorites.
I don't know. Daylilies are good, and like sage, like the herb sage.
What about your red buds?
That's good too. I love red buds. There's a lot of good. Any kind of flower or herb you put together will make a good herbal soda. If you just do it, it's probably good. But we'll talk more about it in my class. So that was on Friday. On Saturday, I have autoimmune disease.
This is May 15th and 16th, Vandalia, Missouri, 30 days away. Get your tickets at the Homesteading Live Conference, and we hope to see you there. I'm dropping the link in the comments for you that takes you straight to the tickets. Yeah,
so Dr. Jones is doing autoimmune disease, the modern medical crisis. Then Tia Murphy is doing structured water, the hydration miracle.
Yep.
So remember, if you are interested in any structured water or anything like that, any kind of supplementation or anything good for the body that's been very vetted, go to tmhw.net and you can find lots of really good things there. I'm going to do a live chicken processing there, me and my broomstick. Seed starting and gardening Q&A with Patty Ward. So if you don't know how to start seeds or have any questions about gardening, that's a great one to go to as well. Then Dr. Tom Cowan is having a whole Q&A, which is going to be amazing as well. We also have natural interventions for first aid emergencies. So this is a great one for any type of emergency with Dr. Jed.
Ed, try the carnivore diet. That might help with your pain. Arthritis just means inflammation. Keep going.
Temporarily,
I'm going to be interjecting.
Okay, I know, but I wouldn't stay on a carnivore diet. That's a good thing to get off of, like, you know, if you have diabetes or if you have other things, but I wouldn't recommend staying on it.
Right.
Okay. So then we also have Dr. Tom Cowan is going to have a new biology workshop. We talk about Dr. Cowan a lot and about how a lot of people are wanting to get off medicines or they want to do things more naturally, but they don't know how because they're on meds or there's lots of stuff going on and they have a lot of medical history. So they can help you do that. So tell them about how they can go and get their free thing at the new biology clinic.
First off, Tennessee transparency. Who cares if school's going on Friday? If you're sending your kids to school, I would double think that. All right. All you're doing is sending them off to the brain relocation camp. Right. So it would be good for them to actually skip school or you to skip school if you're going to college or something and come get some hands-on training on how to take care of yourself instead of that stuff. Right. Let's see. What'd you ask me?
The Dr. Tom Cowan.
Dr. Tom Cowan is the new biologyclinic.com. You can go there and get a free consultation. And if you sign up, use coupon code OFFGRID, and that will save you money. The new biology clinic is Tom Cowan and a bunch of other doctors, eye doctors, this doctor, that doctor.
And other specialists. Who
all broke free from the centralized medical lie, okay? The Rockefeller lie of pharmaceutical medicine made out of petroleum. And they are actually out here doing the Most High's work and trying to help you figure out why you're a mess and why the doctors can't help you. And they do a really good job with it. Okay.
Okay. There's a few more. So here's another one. Where am I? I lost where I was.
And there's also a good book called Eat Right for Your Blood Type. You might want to check that out too.
So we also have raising dairy goats with a milking demonstration, how to make a simple worm compost bin with Ben. We got music with Jesse Vaughn that during lunch, and he's really good. Everyone loves him every year. Then we have Dr. Sage Wolf, reverse the irreversible, the Wolf non-surgical.
Can you say that fast 2 times?
Yeah. Reverse the irreversible with Wolf non-surgical, Dr. Sage Wolf. Then defending your home with Jesse Murphy. The easiest way to grow your food starts with microgreens with Mallory Canope from Barefoot Microgreens, and raising sheep with Jeremy Chambers. Natural beekeeping that works with Dr. Leo. And then T. Murphy's doing the whole thing. And one of our sponsors is Jackson Cell Salt. So homeopathy.
Natural bee care because the work is first, and then it's the making money with honeybees.
Why does it make a difference?
He said, don't mess up the order.
Oh, well.
Okay. You better switch those around. Well, I told you that 5 times. He wants to do them in order. He was very specific about that.
You didn't text it to me.
I did. No, I told it to you right to your eyeballs.
Okay, I didn't even remember.
You better make a note on there to reverse that, or you're going to forget.
Okay. The large intestine, secrets of the Holy Grail with Tim and Sandy. Making a rainwater catchment, free flow, gravity fed water for animals and livestock with Henry. And that's it. And remember, we got the Doc Jones herb walks and canine demonstrations and all that. So there's lots and lots of stuff.
It's going to be cram-packed, family-friendly, live demonstrations, great talks, great Q&As, and y'all should come to the conference.
You're a little testy today.
These are new. Who says so?
Because you're testy to me because I didn't do it.
No, you got to remember that. That's a major thing.
You don't want to know. Why does it be?
No,
more
major.
People come on Saturday.
No, he wants them in order. He was very specific about it. I even told you that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure we remember to change that before it goes live on the website. So we'll have that up live on the website sometime this week. We're 30 days out, so that gives you guys plenty of time. Then I'll send out an email everyone who bought tickets, so you can print it on your computer And then when you guys show up, we'll hand a schedule in your hand too, so you can, do your dealio and see what you want to see. All right. Good stuff. No, and there's no poor Stacy. She's no victim. All right.
Well, you know how hard.
She's no victim. She's a tough cookie, y'all. Don't be all thinking like she just cowers in the corner or something. Stacy's a tough cookie. We've been married almost 30 years. We know what's up.
And it's really, really, really hard during the schedule. It's like the hardest thing of the whole thing to get everything organized. And I try to have something different at each time for like the friend that comes with you that doesn't care about homesteading, about the person who wants to do homesteading, someone wants gardening. So I try to put.
What was about the large intestine? What was it? Secret what?
It's the Holy Grail.
The large intestine is the Holy Grail? Very interesting.
Well, it totally is. If you're not pooping, everything's going to get whacked out.
That's right.
Everything's going to happen. If you are not having
what some doctor wrote in his book, that if you eat 3 times a day, you should be pooping 3 times a day.
Well, it's true. You should.
Yeah. I just heard Barbara O'Neill talking about that.
Yeah, the large intestine, the secrets of the Holy Grail. Very important.
It's like Grand Central Station up in here.
Why is he leaving? All
right, talk about the teas if you want.
So, okay. So that was a schedule. And I'm very happy that I got it done because it really weighs on me. Because it's hard to figure it out. And then I've rewritten it a trillion times. When you have to get a schedule and then something's not right and you have to fix it and then you have to change it again. And someone had to change this and change that. So, all right. Yeah, the secrets of the Holy Grail. You got it, La Paloma. All right. So I'm really excited about what we're doing right now because we're launching another tea, which is probably one of my favorites of all. If you guys are familiar, we're calling it Energize Me Tea, and it's yerba mate. So if you guys are familiar with yerba mate, it's traditionally a lot of people would drink it from South America. It's got 90% more antioxidants than green tea. So it's a greenish type of tea. It has an incredible flavor. A lot of these companies, you have yerba mate in drinks and cans, and there's different things. But the cool thing about it, and I'm calling it your new coffee alternative. I know a lot of people want to get off coffee, or they don't like the coffee jitters or even that crash after your coffee wears off. So I cannot tolerate coffee or caffeine whatsoever. But I love this. I love the smell of it. There's just something about it. It's just really, it smells good. It tastes good. It makes me feel good. When you drink it, it's not like you're going to get that quick buzz. It's just going to be kind of a sustained one, and it's just going to go, 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 go. And then when it starts to come down, because there is caffeine in it, it's going to be a slow, you don't get a crash. It's just kind of here you go up and here you go down. It's just nice and mellow. And probably a cup, you might get 60 milligrams, maybe 80 milligrams of caffeine, but it's not the kind of caffeine. It does have theobromine, sort of like chocolate does, the chocolate tea. It does make you feel good. It helps with energy and focus. And it enhances your metabolism. So a lot of people do very well just by drinking this. It helps with the metabolism and they end up losing weight. So it's also kind of marketed as it helps with weight management. Now that means you can't go to McDonald's and eat all the time, you know what I mean? And eat bad food. You have to have a proper diet, of course, along with adding this to you. Let's say maybe you've done really well and you're at that sticking point and you need a little push. That might be a way to get your metabolism going, or maybe you just don't want to change anything, and maybe it could be something that will help your metabolism, and you may end up losing a little weight that you're wanting to lose. So that as well, but like I say, it's really good for the focus and the energy, and then the metabolism, and it's loaded. It's like a super duper food. It's very high in vitamins and minerals. You have your potassium, magnesium. You got vitamins B, C, E. It's just loaded. Zinc, all of them, very, very, very high. And I love it because it's got 90% more antioxidants than green tea. And green tea is excellent for us. And I love the way this tastes. So what I do is, I love to drink it in the morning. Now, just remember, just like with coffee, you don't want to be drinking this at night because it could keep you up at night. So just be smart about that. But it's called Energize Me. We just put it up. I just bagged a bunch of them today to have for you. And if you want to maybe switch and not drink so much coffee, or you just want something, that just tastes good and is loaded in nutrition, because what we're trying to do is they're making a lot of these terrible energy drinks that are loaded with man-made caffeine and all these terrible chemicals. Some of them have high fructose corn syrup in them. This is an incredible tea to drink hot. It's good flavored. It's good not flavored. It's incredible made when it's cold as well. So I love to make it iced. You could put berries in it. You could put lemons in it. I mean, you can flavor it up. Some people even put, make some fresh squeezed juice you could put in there. Or if you got not some concentrate juice, you want to put a little shot in there. You could really doctor it up and make it taste incredible. And it's just delicious. So, but it's called Energize Me tea. All right. So let me read. I used to drink it years ago. Love it. Yeah, Denise had it. It's been around a long, long time. It is just incredible. You can look up, the benefits of yerba mate. It is just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful tea. So it's definitely one of my favorites. It's one of my go-tos. Okay. And then did you guys see, then we have one more. It's the Stress Buster tea.
Stress Buster.
So the Stress Buster.
Hold on, real quick. Just real quick. We now have subscriptions.
Oh, that's really good.
So you guys can go to the website, and right before you get to enter your information on the payment side, you can sign up for a subscription where you can get your favorite tea, or maybe the pearl powder on 30-day cycles, or if you want to choose 45-day cycles, stuff like that. So subscriptions are now available. That really helps out a lot for you guys. And we're going to fine tune it a little bit too, where you guys you remember those old time days when you went to the favorite ice cream spot and they would punch your little card, and after like 10 cards, you got a special thing or a discount or something. We're going to have that as well. So make sure you sign up if you want to for the subscriptions on the website. And that's going to be coming up here in a little bit as I have to learn all this stuff, y'all. Stacy and I and a few of our friends literally do all this stuff ourselves. That's why I answer the phone when you guys call and all this stuff. Like, we are in it. Like, we do all this stuff. I meet a lot of people out there. They have assistants for this, assistants for that. I mean, it's amazing, but we are here. We do all this stuff ourselves, and we really do care about your experience.
Go back down.
Where are we at?
So Jennifer wants to know, is there anything to help with joint pain as well as getting bad stuff out of the diet? Jennifer,
fasting.
We have a nettle tea is one of our teas that is very high in nutrients, and it's good for inflammation. A lot of people have tons of success with, arthritic pain, drinking it, and it's very green and it's very nutrient rich. It's probably one of the top ones in nutrition that we have, and it's really good. It's called nettle. So nettle's really, really good. What I like to do is I look at the teas, and it's like, what is my body feeling like? If you taste them all, and sometimes your body knows, it'll tell you, you need to have some nettle, or maybe you have some mucus in your lungs and you need to have a little mullein, or, they all have different jobs. But yeah, the nettle is just an incredible one. Okay. But the Stress Buster, so it's a gentle way to reduce stress and anxiety. I can never see where the camera is.
Wild Horse, the pearl powder comes from pearls. They grind it up, and it comes from China. And we third-party tested to make sure there's nothing going on. All of our stuff is third-party tested, pearl powder, third-party tested, and we give you the document right on the website so you can read it for yourself.
Okay, can I finish about the Stress Away tea?
Come on, do it.
So Stress
You're making me stressed.
There's Stress Buster.
Stress Buster.
So this is very delicious. It's great. It kind of helps to calm and relax you. Like Doug and I have been drinking this at night. It just really does just help you just relax. And then you have some nice, easy sleep. It does calm if there's any stress at the end of the day. If you had a really busy day or you're anxious, it does totally mellow you out a little bit. So that's our new ones. We got the two. Stress Buster and Energize Me, kind of two opposite extremes on the thing. Okay.
All right. There's a new button up here. I'm noticing these new buttons up here. Y'all, YouTube changes so fast. It says delay ads. I've never seen that button before. I just pushed it. So nobody should see an ad for the next 10 minutes, it says.
Oh, cool.
I never saw that button before. Okay.
And then Sheila, yes, the fermentation book is all over the place. You can get it. Just go to Off Grid with Doug and Stacy.
And that's right, Lizzie. We do not have super chats here. We don't ask you for any money, but when the commercials play, Doug and Stacy make like half of a penny. So if you let them play, that kind of helps us out. And that's why they're playing, I guess. But I did hit the button right now, so you should have a 10-minute relax. Let me know if it works. There should be no commercials for 10 minutes. So if you see a commercial now, yeah, it says it's counting down even 9/11, 9/10, 9/9. So let me know if the commercials are over.
That's crazy. I guess a lot of people didn't like them.
It was a mandate for 15% ethanol in 2010, but they never did it because it's not on anything. It's not on the gas station pumps or nothing. It says 10% ethanol, may contain 10% ethanol. All right. Did you talk about the latest tea, Energize Me?
Yes.
The new coffee alternative.
We already talked about it.
It's awesome, y'all. And be careful. Don't drink too much of it because it does a good job and it will put your doozy in a woozy.
No,
you're not supposed to drink it a lot.
I told they're all smart
yeah,
people.
Don't drink it out. Don't drink it a lot. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. There's only 1,000 thumbs up. There are over 2,000 people here, so please, it's totally free. No commercials for 8 more minutes. Hit that thumbs up. It really helps the channel, helps get the video out there to people that don't know we're live. What can I do to debate? Can I do for clogged ears? Oh, wax is pretty good for clogged ears.
What?
Onion juice. That's what you want to do. Squeeze an onion and get the juice out and put it on your terry cloth or your.
Let me explain.
Go ahead then.
Okay. So, yeah. So, have you tried going upside down? Honestly, there might be. So, if a lot of times when you're clogged around in here, you have clogged up lymph nodes. I would manually be doing the lymphatic big 6 all around here.
Google that lymphatic.
Big six with Dr. Perry Nicholson, but manually do it. I would do it a few times a day and start seeing if it helps. Also do there's massage. There's a lot of lymph nodes through here in the face, and I would manually be doing that to yourself, or go to somebody get a lymphatic massage, go to a professional person that knows what they're doing to do it around in here. But if you have chronically clogged ears all the time, that could be a big one. It could be you have some allergy like from dairy or something like that, maybe stop doing dairy. But those would be if it's something that's happening all the time. That's how I would deal with it to start with. And you can do it more than once.
And the other thing is the onion juice. Dr. Jones loves the onion juice. That's usually
if you're sick, if you have like a ear
infection or yeah. But that could be an infection. That's why it's clogged.
But if it's all the time, I think he said it was all the time.
Well, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
All right, my mom has had hardened earwax for years. Tiny ear canals, always plugged up. What can I do to help her? She's 89.
I would try the lymphatic 6 could be very helpful for an elderly person, and that's very easy to manipulate and massage.
You don't use it as a compress. What you want to do is squeeze the juice out of it. Squeeze the juice out of it, and then let the juice drip in your ear.
So if a person has an earache, and this is just like a one-time thing, not if you have a chronic clog up going on, but if it's just like an ear, so you could grate the onion, put it in a cloth, squeeze it out, and then you could put it in a dropper bottle and then just put a couple drops in the ear and just let the head drop for, a few minutes and then kind of go about your business. If you lay there for 10, 15 minutes, that's with an earache. But like clogged ears, that's probably a different story. I would definitely think that it's probably, something else going on, an allergy or lymphatic. Because generally, remember, everything drains here. And if you're having problems here, the lymphs are having problems. So massage, there's lots of different ways to do massages, and all that helps.
Jesus in a red robe frequently symbolizes his sacrifice, humanity, and the blood shedding during the crucifixion, often appearing in art representing his second coming, such as Minerva Tetrick's 1945 painting. The color red signifies divinity, royalty, and in some contexts, the weight of the human sin he took upon himself. So you're wrong there about this blue business. I was just trying to bring that to your attention a little bit. Oh, I love it. Love it. Operation Mockingbird. Man, it's amazing. And you know what? I saw a lot of stuff lately posted. All of a sudden, all the influencers, literally on X for sure, you start seeing them posting the same thing. It's amazing. Like it's the same kind of a post on X from all these different influencers. Okay. It's amazing. So now I can see it so clearly now. And it's like, wow. And then they just kind of bombard with the same messaging over and over. So you start to buy into it. Yeah, the beef tallow is the bomb. She said she got hers today and it smells and feels so good. We have 2 different types of beef tallow in the house made from grass-fed, grass-finished beef. And the best part of the tallow, tell them, Stacy.
And the suet, around the kidneys and around there in the back, lower back there. So it's comes from
makes the best.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah. We have scented and non-scented. It's scented with lavender and
orange. So they're therapeutic grade essential oils.
That's right.
Babosu. Why can't I say babosu oil? So in their cold press and jojoba oil. And the cool thing is on the stick, I don't have it with me, but like if you get out of the shower and even if you're just a little damp, you can kind of just put it on, rub it all over you. It just feels great and it's wonderful. Makes your skin feel really good.
No such thing as a virus, Linda. It's all about your terrain. And, you're being bombarded with 5G, soon to be 6G.
Honestly, if you guys go, you can go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com, right? Where and go to Tom Cowan.
Yep, scroll down.
Get the book, The Contagion Myth. It's very, very, very interesting read. You'll be like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Because we have been taught a lot of these things and there's a lot of things that are not true. And then there's bacteria.
Sitting Kitty says, get the nettle tea for seasonal allergies. Yes. And our nettle tea is even hand-picked.
So just also nettle is very good for allergies. But the thing is it
yes,
really
Sherry,
helps.
It will definitely help your psoriasis, Sherry. And also you want to look at your gut.
What are you talking about?
The tallow.
It can help ease the symptoms. Just make sure, you're working on what's going on inside you as well.
Yeah, that's the main thing is your gut. That's why they call it your second brain.
So, cutting down on inflammation, eating, probably adding fermented food possibly to your diet every day or a couple times throughout the day. And just really think about, a lot of the stuff that's going on are, we got a lot of heavy metals and different things like that going on.
Headache treatments. If you're having headaches, maybe first, maybe try some cream of tartar. That will help get some minerals in your body and magnesium and stuff. And if it goes away, then you're low on the magnesiums. Tell them how to mix it.
Well, a lot of times if you're having chronic headaches, a lot of that could be dehydration.
That's for sure too.
So most of us are drinking water. People are like, I drink so much water, it goes right through me. Just know that if you're just drinking regular tap water, it's pretty much kind of dead and it just goes right through you. Your bodies don't recognize it. So when you have water and you have structured water, which is kind of similar to what you're getting from nature when it comes from the streams and things and from the mountains, your body knows what it is and it can absorb it. And that's when you're hydrated. So, and as well as adding minerals to it, the whole process of water is, long time ago, we had springs, we had things, we would go down the creek and get the water. Yeah. Your body drinks it and then the cells know what it is and it absorbs it. But right now it's sitting in pipes, it's just hanging out.
Plastic pipes used to be copper at least.
And so we really have to look at the water. That can be a simple remedy for a lot of issues people are having is just to add, structuring your water before you drink it can really help out with people because chronic dehydration is a huge problem with a lot of us, probably 90% of the population. Look. So we talk about tmhw.net has the structures if you're interested in those, but structure, and then you won't drink as much. You won't go to the bathroom quite as much either because your cells are actually absorbing it. So it's very, very important. As well as if you are having a headache, a lot of people have headaches because they're low in magnesium. Doug was saying the cream of tartar could be very helpful. It's a simple home remedy. You can add a teaspoon in a cup of water and then drink it. And then in like half hour later, you can add another teaspoon. It's just a food source. And then you can try that as well. Take an Epsom salt bath. Your body likes to absorb magnesium through the skin. So that can be very helpful as well. There's a lot of other remedies. You could use peppermint oil, put it in your temples. A lot of times it could be contributed because of stress. Just certain things, look and see what's triggering some of these things as well. Just know notice when you're starting to get it, what was going on, were your shoulders up here, were you getting nervous, were you at your computer forever? You might give yourself a massage. Getting a tennis ball is an incredible way because we store a lot of tension here. So you can get a tennis ball, put it in your neck, you push into it and then you just kind of rub it down and all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, that feels great. Because, it's hard. People don't want to give you a massage. And then it's hard for you to give yourself a massage. But if you have a tennis ball and you push it into your neck, you can kind of push into it and go down. And you get some really good pressure. And you're like, oh, my gosh, I didn't really have to work that hard. And it really feels good. So I carry a tennis ball or like a little ball with me in my bag, or I got it in the car. So then you can kind of roll away the tension. Sometimes I put the little ball behind me in the back with a chair, you can kind of roll and get those trigger points out of your shoulders.
Oh, you're seeing commercials again because we went past 10 minutes. I just hit it again for you. And y'all get some rest and digest tea. Somebody asked about trying to get some help with sleep. And what's our other one we have?
The Stress Buster
and Rest and Digest are both very helpful for your sleeping. Okay. So you can get it right there.
And actually, we're getting ready to have another one. We're going to have lemon balm. Lemon balm is good for that too, for sleep.
I just reset, Silly Rabbit. Y'all, all I'm trying to explain to you guys as well is that's why they captured the water. That's why they captured the food, because these things nourish your body. These are supposed to be for your good, and man has taken it and polluted it so you can be sickly all the time. So you won't question things. That's what fluoride does to your pineal gland. It takes away your, spirituality. I mean, there's so many things that this stuff is affected with chlorine and chloride and fluoride and on and on the list of contaminants in your tap water is not fit for human consumption. I would not even give it to my dog. Okay? We don't. But I'm just saying, people don't understand that. They think the water from the tap is perfectly fine because the city's managing it, but it's not. Even in St. Louis, they're doing tests on the water. It's got E. coli, feces, pharmaceuticals, forever chemicals, on and on this stuff goes. And I've also been in contact with the shower folks. We're going to have a shower head replacement that's going to take away forever chemicals, chlorine, chloride, fluoride, fluorine. So you'll be able to take a shower or even hook a hose up to it so you can run a bath and have good water in there. The skin is the largest organ. Everything we do at the Missouri Tea Company is for your good. It's using nature's ingredients to make a healthier you. Okay. And that's all coming soon. I'm working on that right now. And the other filters will be here on Wednesday. All the copper stuff you guys ordered, and patiently are waiting for will all be here Wednesday. You'll start getting the emails saying that we're fulfilling those orders on Thursday and Friday. Okay.
What does it say about herbs?
An old whiskey barrel could be safe and efficient to collect rainwater in it. You just got to check it out and see how much it, is actually able to hold. If it swells up enough.
They also smell like liquor sometimes. And if you put water in there, it might.
Well, then everybody might think you got some moonshine or something.
But yeah, that would be fine too.
Yeah, we'll have more water filters. I don't want to put water filters up for sale until we get these water filters in and I get everybody taken care of. So probably by the next Monday night live show, I'll have another batch of the water filters. They can fit in your Berkey. So if you're looking for those replacements, these will work in there as well. They take out fluoride, chloride, chlorine, chloride. You can look. I have a whole list on there of what the filters, the gravity filters do for you. And we'll have our copper filter systems back in later on this month, along with the pitchers, the one with the lid and the one without later on this month. But we'll have the dispensers and the filters coming up shortly here. All right. Rainwater is not toxic, Steve, because what happens is it goes through the structuring process and then it comes down on you. Okay. So a lot of those chemicals are taken away. We've been living off of rainwater for 15, 16 years. Okay.
But once you structure it, it does help a little bit.
Definitely.
It's still going to,
You just want to filter it the best you can, structure it, and then you'll have it, no problem. Doug, can you move the camera to show the truck more? Y'all are a trip. This is a 1967 Ford. Let me see if I can do it. Camper Special. Oh, I can't do it. So
you'll do it.
It's backwards.
Are you bringing it to the conference?
No, I'm going to be in the buggy. I got to drive people around and help them get to where they're going. So that's all I can show you right there. I can't really move my hand around that much. But it's all ODS, like all stock stuff, good stuff. Me and Stacy are getting away from we don't just get on here and like tell you stuff. Like we truly believe this stuff, and we're making all of our arrangements to try to battle it the best we can at our own home. You know what I'm telling you? So going back to old trucks, plus your insurance is a lot cheaper. I get historic plates on this truck and her 93. We don't have to get safety inspections or tags anymore. It's one-stop shop for the rest of the car life, right? So we're just doing everything we can, okay, to stay out of the noose of what this system is trying to do to us. All right. We're producing our own food. I'm getting ready to build the raised beds. You know, we grow food here. We have sheep, you know what I mean, for meat. We have friends that grow the cow, and then we get the cow from them that's never been vaccinated and all this stuff. So we just do the best that we can as well. You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to let you guys know, things you can do so you can do the best you can. If you can't find people like that, then you go to find a CSA and you try to talk to the people and make sure they're not spraying and jabbing and all this stuff and stabbing, right?
But you guys really have to all become little detectives when it comes to what you're putting in your body, because, you know, you just can't assume when you go to the store what you're getting is good, because things that you thought used to be good, you go, what was I just looked at something when I had gone to the store, and I just like to look at the ingredients, and they just keep changing. They add, you know, maybe one thing used to have a certain kind of oil. Now they're adding 2 different types of oil, and they're mixing it because it's cheaper that way now. And they never used to do that because more and more people are wanting them. So you can always have to, like, if you have a question, I always say, go ahead and bring your phone in to the store when you're looking at ingredients and you're not quite sure. You could go ahead and Google it, look it up and find out, or even call the company if you're not sure, like, what kind of rennet are you using? Are you using microbial enzymes, you know, that are made by, you know, Pfizer? You know, just call the companies and find out what's going on. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. And if you're shopping during the day, it works out really good.
Yeah, Van Can do. We all are going to die of something. And me and Stacy are going to die of old age. Okay. I'm not going to be exited out of here because of some crazy people in Washington, D.C. or, you know, Dr. Fauci and their lying on none of that stuff, right? We're going to die of old age. So that's, you know, exactly right. Not any of these fake diseases they come up with, none of this fake medication they try to shove at people. You know, we tell some people we don't even have a doctor, we don't go see doctors and all that, and they start freaking out. They can't even understand it. I got one of my friends just had open heart surgery. He's like 50 years old. I got another one's going in for a whole hip, having a hip replacement. I mean, that's crazy. That doesn't even make sense to me. It's like I watched The Bionic Man as I was a kid on TV, and now we're living it. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, y'all. It really helps out. How many people used to watch the $6 million? $6 million man.
Yeah,
that was him. The Bionic Man and the $6 million. Yeah, it's crazy. Kosher food is good food. We eat biblically, you know what I'm saying? According to Leviticus 11, we know the pig is the sewer of the earth, and it can't sweat, and it's disgusting, and you shouldn't eat that stuff. That's why they sold you on it's the other white meat. And y'all, everything is a mind control for you. You know what I mean? Like Tyson Foods is disgusting. And what they do to the farmers and what they do to your food and how they monopolize the whole thing is disgusting. You got 1 minute and 47 seconds until you start seeing commercials again.
Well, you got to push the button again.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, there's going to be, Dr. Jones is going to have tons of tinctures at the conference.
Yeah, tons of tinctures.
Lots of tinctures.
What about the Cradle for Health info? You heard of that?
The hand cradle for health? What is it? I don't know what the hand cradle is.
Yeah, see, there's some stuff we don't know about. Rabbit is not kosher. No, it is not. And actually, if you know, a fun fact is Indians starve to death eating rabbit in the winter because they have no fat. Interesting facts. All right, y'all. Holy smokes, how long we've been on? 1 hour and 9 minutes. Look up Monkey Island off the coast of South Carolina if you missed the beginning of this video tonight. I found that very interesting. No one talks about that. It's off everyone's radar. They have a whole island full of these monkeys that have been injected and science experimented on. It's the most secure place in America. That's so crazy to me. Also, we talked about the blockade going on and how you should prepare for that, because your goods and services are going to be a mess. I was also going to do a video that right before the ceasefire, Iran bombed a bunch of stuff. They bombed an aluminum place. They bombed the fertilizer place. They bombed all these places that really matter to you. But I just let that fall off my radar a little bit. And so just, farmers are already saying that their stuff's gone up 50% and soon to be 60%, and they can't even afford to actually do the farming. And that's part of the plan too. You take out the farmer, then you buy his land, and then you put a data center on it. It is encouraging to see that some of these farmer gals, I saw one was third generation on her farm, and she refused $129 million to move off her land or to, let the data center build there. So there is some still people out there resisting. Festus is all over the news. They're doing a great job telling them to pound sand. They voted out all their people that voted for the data center. Then they brought a lawsuit against the data center, and now the data center is actually pulled out. They're not going to build a data center in Festus. They're going to go find another sucker town in Missouri somewhere to do it that won't fight back as much. You still have a voice out there. United we stand, and divided we fall. Just remember that too. You know what I mean? Like you can get, if you can get people rallying behind it, any cause that you guys want to fight after, and make a big enough noise, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, you can have a positive outcome. Don't just stay silent. The copper mugs will be here any day. I'm expecting them today, tomorrow, any day this week. Okay. And we got quite a few of them. Y'all, the copper tariffs are off the chain. They've raised up copper like 100% on the tariffs. And now you got the blockade going on. It's all crazy. Does cabbage have estrogen?
Well, cabbage is very good for you, Carolyn.
Yeah,
cabbage is very good.
The most vitamin C too if you make sauerkraut.
If you do, if you're worried about that, I would make it into sauerkraut. It's incredible. It's so high in vitamin C, and it's a fermented food. It's actually, then here's the other thing: sauerkraut, especially if you make it yourself, and it's very easy to do, is very good. People are worried about heavy metals. So here's your little nugget for tonight. By eating sauerkraut, because that's like the big daddy, it's really good. It helps to pull heavy metals and like glyphosate, and we're inundated with that from the digestive tract, and then you get rid of it. Okay. So something for a lot of you guys, an easy way to help with heavy metals in your body and your system is to add a tablespoon or two of sauerkraut to a meal every day. And that's very simple and easy to do. You could grow or get it at a farmer's market, or get some cabbage at the store and just go ahead and cut it up, put some salt, put some other things in it. I like caraway seeds in it. It tastes good. You can put some onions in it, some carrots, let it ferment for a couple of days. Get my fermenting book if you don't know how to ferment. And you can go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com and
hit the shop tab.
And then learn how to make sauerkraut, because I'm telling you guys, anybody can do it. You could be 80 years old. You could be 15 years old. Anybody can make sauerkraut, and it tastes incredibly delicious. And
it's so good for you. And you don't need collagen injections. You can get pearl powder and get collagen that way. You don't have to get needles in your joints.
From a food.
It's natural, not synthetic. So get your seawater pearl powder. Right here's the link, MissouriTeaCompany.com. Get on the subscription plan. You get it every 30 days. And you save 5% when you sign up on the subscription plan, and more benefits are coming soon. And don't get shots. Take natural collagen. This stuff is known to take wrinkles away, age spots, help you with your eyesight, all kinds of stuff. Pearl powder, seawater pearl powder.
Yeah, like knee pain, joint problems. A lot of people have had, because it's really high in omega-3 fatty acids. So
and collagen.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of nutrition. So these are foods, things that we like to carry are very nutritious and good for our bodies. Because basically, for most all of us, what's happening to us while we're having a lot of ailments and problems is because we're missing minerals and vitamins in our body. We're basically starving. And then
that's one of the big lies about salt, y'all. They get salt out of the ground full of minerals and everything. Then they put them in these big, huge ponds. They strip all the minerals away, and all they give you is the sodium. And that's what messes your whole body up. This is not the way that everything was intended. I'm trying to explain to you guys, this whole thing is a scam.
You talk about when the people get the salt.
Yeah, that's why you get the white. It's called the white devil. So they strip all the minerals out of the actual salt from the earth, and then they just give you the sodium stuff, and it's disgusting, and that's what throws your whole body out of whack. Man.
So you guys are doing good with no ads.
That doesn't matter. We're saying goodbye anyways, and I did it twice. And that's a nifty new button. Make sure next week you remind me that they have the add pause button up here at the top, and I'll hit that for you guys. Okay. Too much fake salt gives you high blood pressure. Too much sodium.
So is it Bubba One? So Bubba One, the problem with salt is
we're not doctors. We don't play one.
That's right. Remember that. But when you use regular table salt, it's very high in sodium and it doesn't have anything else. You need the proper ratio. You need potassium and sodium together at a nice ratio.
And all the other, that's why we sell Redmond salt, and we're going to have it soon at the Missouri Tea Company. The Redmond salt comes straight from the earth, straight from a mine in Utah. You get to buy American. We've been to the mine several times. We've been deep underneath the ground. We see exactly how they pull it out of the earth. It's amazing. And that stuff does wonders for your body. It starts replenishing all your minerals, and it really helps you out.
Michelle, yes, of course. I would see a naturopath. I have seen a naturopath. A naturopath actually is what helped me get healthy when I was really bad, like 18 years ago, 17 years ago.
All right, you guys, stay vigilant out there. Remember, the most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. And these crazy people have taken over everything. If COVID taught you anything, it's that they're all walking lockstep. Okay? Don't let them act like they're enemies in your face and then have champagne in the background. All these people are in on it, and they all work together. Okay? France, Germany. That's why they don't like Putin, because he's not dancing with them. Okay? He doesn't want the UN pushing him around. All right.
Linda has a question. So Linda said she did the fermented red cabbage and it looks kind of weird, 3 different colors. So Linda, just know when it's starting to ferment, like the colors will kind of fade and go in there. It might get darker or lighter than darker. So if you open it up and smell it, if it smells good, you're doing good. And I'm sure it's fine. But once it goes through the fermentation process, it's going to change. The color might change. It might get darker. So you're probably fine.
They're all sexual deviants. You know what I mean? Now this Stillwell or whatever comes out, he was going to run for governor. Now he had to bow out. It's disgusting, y'all. It's disgusting. All right. Like I said, the most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. Come to the homesteadinglifeconference.com, live and in person, 30 days away. Make your arrangements now. If you want to do some camping, I got a few spots that opened up. All you got to do is email me directly. I can hook you up.
Oh, and then also, if you guys are interested in our really cool beeswax candles,
yes,
we have some.
Purifies your air.
We have some extra ones now. So
purifies your air. It's good for your environment. We work with ourselves and local beekeepers to provide you guys with the wax. It's unrefined. Our wick is 100% cotton. It purifies your air. Look up all the benefits of using 100% beeswax candles, not the stuff with soy or
no toxins,
fragrances.
No fragrance.
You don't get any of that stuff.
That's what made me really bad, the scented candles. So these are just beautiful.
Tea for seasonal allergies would be the nettle tea. Very good. Okay. Very good.
But just remember, when you do a lot of these things, start doing some of these things before before it gets really bad. Because if there's pollens all over the place and then you start doing it, it's not going to help you as well as if you would have done it before.
Yeah.
We always talk about being proactive, so always remember that.
And Barbara, go back to the beginning of the video when we say goodbye, and you'll learn about the most secure place in North America, and it will blow your mind. All right, we'll see you guys on the next video.
See ya.